How's it going, everyone? Texas Man here. I hope you're having a spectacular day. If you guys would please give this video a thumbs up if you guys do enjoy it. Subscribe, of course, if you guys have not already. Also, do me the biggest favor of all, make sure you guys hit that bell notification button. Select all for all notifications so you guys don't miss out on future content here on the channel. I do stream regularly on Twitch at Douglas447, so you guys can find me over there. And as always, if you guys have any movies, shows, or games you guys want me to cover here on the channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. We will be talking about Beauty and the Beast from 1991, the original, not the live action remake. This is the poll winner. This was put up against the likes of Peter Pan, 101 Dalmatians, Aristocats, and Sleeping Beauty. You guys highly requested me to do Beauty and the Beast. And then the second place winner was Peter Pan. I do plan on doing Peter Pan. A lot of people also wanted me to do Mulan. I'm waiting to get a copy of that in the mail. It's taking very long, so I apologize, but I am planning on doing Mulan as well. I know there's a lot of people that really enjoy the original Mulan movie. I've seen it maybe once or twice, but I really don't remember all that much from it. I know they did a live action version of it, never saw it, don't care to. And so that'll be an interesting video coming soon. Back to Beauty and the Beast from 1991. The film is rated G, and it is about 90 minutes long. What's interesting about this film being rated G is that I think if it was released today, I think it would have been at least PG. There's a lot of very adult themes, a lot of dark tones, especially in the last 15-20 minutes. The final act of this movie really goes away from the humor, the kiddiness, the be our guest, be our guest. Da, 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 da. I'm not going to do the rest of the song for copyright problems. Um, the last 15, 20 minutes, it kind of just becomes like an action horror movie of sorts. And there's a lot of animated violence, if I want to say that properly. There's no like blood, guts, or gore, but it's like, okay, it's very intense. And it's kind of interesting that in 1991, this movie got away with a G rating. So, obviously, you guys can get this DVD, Blu-ray, 4K. You can also watch it on Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, and of course, access it on other digital stores if you want to be able to watch the movie. So, there's a lot of musical moments in this film, and they're not just fantastic; they're wonderful. You know, the musical moments, they not only add to the world, the lore, the characters, and the plot, but they're just memorable. When you think of the songs that are in Beauty and the Beast, you know, you automatically think of Be Our Guest. But what about other songs such as Gaston or Beauty and the Beast? Those songs, along with a bunch of other tracks that are in the film, are very memorable. This film still has a purpose years later. The voice acting cast delivers 11 out of 10 performances for all the characters. Really well done, really solid performances from everybody. If you guys don't know what Beauty and the Beast is, by the way, the film follows a young, spirited girl named Belle. She ends up falling in love with her captor, and the captor is this prideful prince that is under a spell to make him a beast, along with everybody else that is in his castle. The main plot, it's very unique. It has this love triangle where this prideful hunter, Gaston, is wanting to marry Belle just because. There's really no, like, in-world explanation except for the fact that he likes her and he wants to marry her and have babies, and that's it. It's a very, very basic premise in that terms. Unfortunately, though, Belle doesn't love him. Belle ends up falling in love with the prince, and the prince falls in love with Belle during the movie. So there you go. That you have your romantic love triangle conflict as like a B plot, where a lot of people think it's the A plot. I can understand that, but to me, it's more of a B plot. The A plot is Belle trying to get the prince slash beast to realize, hey, let go of your pride. I love you, and we can live happily ever after. So, you know, Belle and the prince, they actually, you know, at the end of the movie realize, hey, we both love each other and we respect each other because of our similarities and differences, but we both love each other. Like I said earlier, the film deals with a lot of dark and adult themes, there's a lot of, not to judge. The biggest thing is to not judge a book by its cover. That is heavily influenced into this movie. And also, inner beauty is more important than outer beauty. Now, don't get me wrong. You can look beautiful on the inside and on the outside, but, what matters in the heart, who you are as a person, how you act, behave, talk, and how you present yourself in society is more important than you having, a fancy haircut, tons of nail polish, makeup, the fancy car, the fancy dress, the fancy tuxedo. You can have great outer beauty, but if your inside personality is a jerk, is an a-hole, anybody reasonable will not like you and will not love you. Also deals with themes and concepts of listening to reason, being open to the thoughts and opinions of others. It also deals with self-sacrifice, obviously love, pride, and misinformation. There's just a lot that Disney was able to cram into a 90-minute movie, and it's really astounding. The love story between Belle and the Beast felt not only believable, but relatable. It's not rushed. It takes its time with these two characters realizing, hey, I love him. How do I show that? And vice versa. The dance ballroom scene between the two of them, it's gorgeous. Belle's dress is well done. The song is really well executed and fits perfectly with the moment. The animation style is great. And while they're dancing and whatnot, and they finally realize that they love each other, which, of course, ends Act 2 and leads into the third act, the romance of that scene is definitely put on display on screen, and then you really can enjoy it with your eyes. It's very romantic. Sorry, I'm a romantic. But it just shows the romance, and I love it for that. Like I also said earlier, the animation style and the animation just in general, decades later, it still looks great. The family-friendly nature of this film is great. Like I said, adult themes and tones towards the end, especially with the ending with the death of Gaston, and then we get the marriage scene between Belle and the young prince. I was honestly shocked because I didn't remember this. I mean, I knew Gaston died, but I was shocked at how they handle his death in this movie. And when it comes to Disney movies, a lot of times, especially, late 2010s and forward, most villains don't die. They either get imprisoned or they just disappear off screen or something like that. There's no death. There's no final stakes to a villain or just a character in general when it comes to Disney movies mostly now. I was just shocked that they had the, no pun intended, guts to kill off Gaston in this movie. Him being killed because of his pride and arrogance, even though the Beast/Prince gives him a helping hand to save him, I thought was really interesting. Gaston he's just pure evil. There is no gray area for him. He's just evil. He has a motivation to win the heart of Belle, and when he realizes he's not going to be able to, his mindset goes to, well, if I can't have you, nobody can, including this beast. And I really enjoyed that about him. You understand his motivations. Even though he's pure evil, you can understand why he's doing what he is doing. And when Gaston ends up, being saved by the beast, he's so full of rage, hate, and anger to any other man that wants Belle that Gaston tries to stab the beast in the back, fails, and he falls to his death. And I think that was a really well done way to not just kill his character, but to show what your pride, your arrogance, your stubbornness can do to you in real life. And it can lead to your downfall. No pun intended on that. But it will lead to your downfall eventually, and it may kill you in the end. The humor in the film works really well. It doesn't overtake the characters, the plot, or the serious moments. It does a great job blending between them. I would honestly like to see a proper animated sequel to this movie. I know they had some sort of like Christmas movie that came out like 6, 7 years after this film, but it's not a proper sequel. I want to see what happens next with these characters. Now, with that being said, I do think this film in isolation has a good start, middle, and end. I just kind of would like to see what happens next with these characters because I like the characters. I like the world and the lore. I think this Beauty and the Beast movie, it's not just a gem or a classic, but it's a forever watch movie for generations to come. There is nothing that will ever be able to top this movie. You know, they did that live action remake with Emma Watson. I watched it and I thought, it's okay. But there were certain parts of it I'm just like, the animation version did it much better. And that'll always be the case. The original is always going to be the best. If they did a sequel, I think there's certain things they could improve upon. But Beauty and the Beast gets a 10 out of 10. It deserves it on every single level. So with that, guys, I'm going to end the video. Like I said, Beauty and the Beast, I'm going to give it a 10 out of 10. Highly encourage you guys to check it out. You will not be disappointed. Thank you for watching. Have an excellent day, guys, and look forward to more content coming out soon.